Hello! It's been a little while since I've been live, but I wanted to hop on and talk a little bit about what exactly happens when you do heal your voice wound. And I've talked about what the voice wound is before, but just in case you haven't seen that before, really briefly. The voice wound is any wounds, emotional, spiritual, sometimes even physical, but I'm not the person to talk to for a physical voice wound such as vocal nodes. That you need to go see an ENT for. But for anything that's really at a spiritual level, at a emotional level, those wounds from childhood that have created a sense of resistance and when you use your voice, that's essentially what the voice wound is. It can also manifest as overuse of your voice as well. And overuse of the voice could be talking and talking and talking and not really saying anything, that kind of thing. So maybe you know that you have a voice wound, something that really holds you back from speaking up and from sharing what you really want to share with the world. You know that there's something that you want to share. You know that you want to speak up and speak up for yourself, but you're not able to. Some people feel that as a literal restriction, like they can't actually get the sound out of their mouth. For other people, you know, they may say something, but it's not truly what they want to say. Or maybe they've gotten good at communicating with people in a certain group, such as family members, or you know, you've done some healing there, or you're really great at speaking to your clients, potential clients, but you're not great at talking with family, that kind of thing. That's when you know that there's something going on and you have something holding you back. So what happens when you actually free yourself from that? So when you free yourself from the voice wound, there's a few different things that happen. So I was thinking the other day, when I came to LA, I had these grand ideas of how I was going to be using my voice down here. I was going to teach, I was going to perform, I was going to find an opera company to connect with and perform with them. You know, or just, you know, become a working singer in some capacity. But there was a part of me that wanted more than that. I had let the idea that should be my path overtake what I really wanted to do, what my soul was really calling me to do. So I did do teaching, but my heart wasn't really in performing, especially performing opera or things like that. I enjoy singing that repertoire, but it's not where the fullness of my gifts were being used. So I tried a few things, didn't really work out. So I just focused on teaching. And teaching was closer to what my heart was calling me to do, what my soul was calling me to do. I was teaching students, especially high school students, because they were really open. They really wanted to learn and grow and were very motivated. Many of them were in show choirs, which are really big in my city, in Burbank. And so these students really had a drive and a passion. And at that age, as a high schooler, they were open to guidance in other ways as well. So I really enjoyed that work, but I didn't enjoy having to take their voices, their unique voices, and having to fit them in the box of the repertoire that they were using. You know, or that something that they were auditioning for that maybe wasn't the best fit, and you know, that kind of dynamic. And so when I started the work I'm doing now, and the Free Your Voice work, I really wanted to move away from that and help people tap into their true voices. And so that is where I really started to connect with my own voice, my inner voice, and that's where it starts. When you heal your voice wound, you start by really connecting to your inner voice. And that's where the magic starts to happen, because you're connecting to what your soul is calling you to do, what the divine or the universe or God is calling you to do, you're connecting to the magic within you, to the purpose, your reason for being here on earth. That is what you connect to when you connect to your inner voice and your connection with the divine. And from there, when you heal the wounds that have been created over your life or even in past lifetimes, then you start to become free from some of those restrictions. And when I work with people, I also work with their physical voice because of my singing teaching background. So the physical voice is, because it's the only instrument that is actually in your body, the only resonant instrument that's in your body, it's highly tied to who you are. It's tied to your, connected to your energetic field. It is so strongly connected to who you are that it can be very vulnerable, but it can also be very freeing when you really start to tap into your physical voice. It helps free things up on an energetic level as well. And then so connecting to your inner voice, connecting to your physical voice and the energetic field that it's connected to, when you start to feel confident in your connection to your inner voice and how you are able to use your physical voice, that leads to confidence in sharing your message and what you have to offer the world, what you are here to do, the calling, the things that are deep in your being that you are meant to be and do on this earth. You are able to connect to that and share it with the world confidently and from a place of feeling whole and feeling truly connected to yourself and to others. So that is ultimately the goal. When I work with people, I really want to help them overcome those things, heal those wounds, and become free in using their voice, become free in using their physical voice, free in expressing their inner voice, free to speak up for themselves and hold boundaries, free to do all of those things, because that is the magic. I keep saying that, but that's really kind of what it is. It's the magic. It's the unique thing that you have to bring to the world. And I find so much joy in seeing people bring their magic, their unique message, and their unique healing capabilities, the things that they want to do to help other people. I really love to see people do that. So that's what the voice wound is, and the effects of healing it. So if you resonate with that idea, if you feel like, oh, you know, I do have this feeling of being stuck or whatever, just know that when you work on healing that, whether you have somebody guide you through that or not, when you work on healing those wounds that are affecting your voice, the freedom that comes from that and the clarity that comes from that is going to really be powerful in how you share your message with the world and in how you bring your purpose to the world and then have that ripple out to others around you. Because when you impact somebody, then the people you impact are going to, it's just going to keep rippling out like that and really making a difference in the world. So freeing your voice is really something that helps the whole world. And when you're somebody who maybe the world doesn't listen to, somebody that is marginalized and silenced, when you're part of a people group that happens to, this work is even more powerful, because when you are tapped into the fullness of your being and the fullness of your purpose and sharing that with the world, then huge things happen from that. When you feel that freedom and when you're able to support people in your circles and create that ripple effect as well, that's a really powerful thing. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Drop them in the comments if you have any questions about anything or want clarification. I will be hopping on later to check comments. So thank you for watching, and give me some hearts if this was helpful to you, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye.